magic. Nothing can stand in our way. Ooh, I got a new phone holder thingy mabobber. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Mini Medicine Card Readings. As usual, I'm just getting set up. Part of that was because I have a new phone holder thingamabob, and I was trying to figure out and learn, so things might be a little bit odd as I get used to the new holder thing. It's got a light on it. I'm gonna plug in. Let's see what it looks like with the light. All right, Roulette, I got you and Joe down. Whoa, that is a way too much light. Wow. Especially my glasses, huh? Ooh. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Let's see. Oh, we can turn it down. It's not going to work with my glasses. Ooh. There's orange and white. Yeah. No, that's not going to work. Hey, Joe. I'm just playing with my new toy. I think I'm going to do it without the light. Boom. Because I am bright enough. I am radiant and all that jazz. So we don't need no stinking light. Hello, everybody. Thank you for your patience as I get myself settled here and working on my new toy. Come on in. Welcome. We are going to do medicine card readings tonight. If you would like a personal one-card reading, all you need to do is post yes in the comments, and that will put you on the list. We've got 2 so far. I should actually try to write them down. So we got Roulette and Joe so far. And hey, Stephanie. Did you want a card, Stephanie? I'm going to, okay. Oofda. Hello, I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and we are going to do medicine card readings. If you've never been here before, these are the medicine card deck. This is the medicine card deck with the various totem animals on them. And I am going to light some sage and smudge my cards and just kind of babble for a little bit as we get set up. Hey, Valerie. I will put you last, Valerie. Give you a chance to get home. We had so much fun today. We were at the river. I was doing my pipe ceremony like I normally do, and then Valerie came down and joined me, and she brought one of those super bubble thingies that you can make the great big giant bubbles. So we had a lot of fun doing that. That's one of the things I miss from Fairy Worlds. We go to Fairy Worlds every year. We didn't realize that this past year was going to be the last one, and I'm all bummed out about that. One of the things, there was always a guy there making gigantic bubbles, like bubbles that were probably 6 to 8 feet long. And he would do them while the bands were playing and stuff like that, just off to the side. But in the mornings, every morning he would be out. There was a little lake there, and he'd be doing the bubbles right on the shore of the lake. And the bubbles would go out and they would like bounce off of the water, or they would float on the water. It was so amazing. My friend used to call it Bubble Church. She'd get up early in the morning so she could go watch Bubble Church. Anyway, so come on in. If you would like a one-card reading, all you got to do is comment yes. And that puts you on the list. The first 6 people to do that get a one-card reading. And but keep in mind too, that as I always say, that if you're watching this, even if a card is for someone else, just pay attention and see what information resonates with you. What if there's a phrase or something that just kind of your heart starts to ring a little bit, that's to let you know that that information is for you as well. So even if you're not getting a personalized, specific one-card reading, everything that is said here tonight is part of your reading. Because you are the creator of your reality, you are at the center of your reality, and everything that comes to you has a message for you. So if you're hearing it, it's meant for you. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a card for everybody. So whether you do get a one-card reading or not, you can walk away with at least one card you know was for you. God, my hair. I just washed my hair and I can't do a thing with it. I ask my going price for these videos as an exchange of energy. If you're watching this, I ask if you would please share it. You can share it to your own wall, your own page, to a friend. You can tag a friend in the comments. But I ask as to have an equal energy exchange. Thanks, Roulette. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. So anyway, so we've got Roulette and Joe and Valerie. If there's anyone else that wants a one-card reading, just comment yes. I know there's a couple more people on here. All right. So the first card is for everybody. All right. All right. So whether you get a card for yourself or not, this card covers everybody. And the one that came up is our old friend Black Panther. So Black Panther is about, hey Amanda, do you want a card? Rosemary, I see you too. I know Stephanie was on there. We've got 3 people so far, so we have 3 slots open. If anyone wants a card, just go ahead and say yes in the comments. Okay, Amanda. Cool. So, whether you get a card yourself or not, Black Panther popped up for everybody. Hey, Rosemary. Did you want a card, Rosemary? Just type yes. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 spot left. Ah, Esperanza. Yay, you made it. All right, Esperanza. All right, we got, yep, Rosemary, I got you, and Amanda, Esperanza, Valerie, Joe, and Roulette. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Black Panther. So this covers everybody, whether you get a card or not. And Black Panther is about embracing the unknown. Black Panther, when Black Panther comes up, it's a reminder that just like Black Panther, whose velvety, glistening coat reflects the night sky, you know, what we think of when we think of eternity, infinity, every possible reality, right? Black Panther is like the microcosm in the macrocosm. It's a reminder that you are in a co-creative relationship with the universe. You're not at the whim and will of some greater deity who decides what's best for you, and you just have to, you know, deal the best with what you've got, blah, blah, blah. It's to remind yourself that the entire universe, we live in a holographic universe. What that means, in a hologram, every portion of a hologram contains the entire image. And so you literally have the entire universe within you. That's how cloning works. That's how these different things, because every cell of the body contains every other cell of the body. And so you as a cell of the universe contain the entire universe. That's why it's okay to focus on your own path, take everyone else out of the equation. You have the entire universe within you. And so what is for your best well-being is automatically for the best of everyone else. There is no separation. We are all in this together. When we all do better, we all do better. And nothing can be for your betterment and at the same time be to the detriment of someone else. If it's for your highest good, it is for the highest good of everyone else. Now, there is a little danger in that phrase if someone happens to be a narcissist, because they can take that as, oh, I am God Almighty and this is for my best, and whether you like it or not, it's for your best too. That is not what I'm saying. I'm talking on the deepest level of realizing our divine light and love of who we actually are, who we truly are. And the closer you get to that reality, to that truth, the greater you radiate the light of that truth, and that entrains everyone else. Like they say, a tide lifts all ships. If you're raising your vibration, you're raising the vibration of the collective, and everyone benefits. Now, it doesn't mean everyone's going to be woohoo, right? Because some people, like, you know, we're at the dawning of a new age, but some people are not morning people. Some people want to stay asleep. Some people don't want to wake up. And so as we raise our vibration, some people get irritable or outright angry and violent because they don't want to wake up. And so don't, again, take everyone else out of the equation. Trust that if you are seeing to your own highest good and well-being, that no matter what it looks like, no matter how other people are taking it, it is automatically for their highest good as well. And it all comes down to remembering that we are all divine, right? We are the universe. And how do I put it? We have the freedom to take the wheel of our own ship. We're the captains of our own ships, right? We get to steer. There might be waves and different things, you know, different weather patterns or whatever, but again, it's a co-creative. It's as above, so below. So when you decide you're going to do something, you set an intention, you start moving in a certain direction, the universe takes that into account and will revolve the world around you to make sure that you're going in the correct direction and bring you exactly the lessons and the challenges and the tools and the wisdom you need to get to that destination you're headed for. So when Black Panther comes along, even when you find yourself in the darkest of nights, it's an adventure. That darkness is the womb of the mother, the womb of the cosmic mother. And it's dark because we don't know what happens on the other side, because you haven't decided yet. That's where the adventure comes in. But you are powerful beyond anything that can stand against you. You are eternal. The body can die. The body can, have challenges. But who you are, that divine light and love that is your essence, can never be destroyed, can never die. That is eternal. And so everything else is adventure. Hi, Feather. Yes, that's the collective. Black Panther is a collective card. So that's for everybody. And so it's about this week. Look for the adventure. Try things you haven't tried before just because you haven't tried them. Okay? The dark is to make known the unknown. And like Black Panther, you are an apex predator. You are at the top of the food chain, right? You don't need to ask permission. You don't have to make excuses. You don't have to justify yourself to anyone. Your heart is your authority. Jaguar, which Black Panther is also, is about integrity. It's about walking your talk, about complete congruence, being the same on, actions reflecting what's inside. And so when you are whole on the inside, your actions reflect that with kindness, with love, with looking for solutions rather than the problems, etc., etc. Whole, well people do not need to take power from others. They don't need to. It's a zero-sum equation. Again, as we all do better by raising your own frequency, by finding your own divine nature. You make it that much easier for everyone else around you. Okay? So that is Black Panther. That is the card for all of us. So let's see who we have. We have Roulette first. We'll start pulling the individual cards. I'm going to take a sip of water. I love my reindeers. Went to the zoo yesterday because I just needed to be around reindeer. When you get that feeling like, God, I just need to be around reindeer. Well, that happened yesterday. So we went to Cougar Mountain Zoo, and I have to admit to being a little bit disappointed because the reindeer are shedding the velvet off of their antlers. And there was some on the ground, like right there, and I couldn't reach it. And I asked one of the keepers, like, is it possible to get just a piece of velvet? Because reindeer is my main power animal. And besides that, I used to work there back in the 90s. So I was like 20 years ago-ish. So I'm like an alumni. So I figured, oh, they'll let me have a little bit, but no, they didn't. So I might go back tomorrow and see if I can get some. Anyway, all right, Roulette, you are first. Let's see who is going to come and play with Roulette this week. Aha, we're headed for a feline night. Roulette, you got Mountain Lion. Cougar Mountain Zoo, I was just talking about with the Cougars. Mountain Lion is about leadership. And it came up in reverse this week. Mountain Lion, when it comes up reverse, my question is, do you need a break? Mountain lions are very territorial. They're very solitary. And they have huge territories. Like one cat will have a territory of like a 30 mile, now I don't remember if it was diameter or circumference, but they have like a 30 square mile territory, but they only walk around the perimeter of it. And so they're very territorial. The only time they meet other mountain lions is if they're tend to be crossing those lines at the same time, or when it is mating season. But yeah, it feels like maybe there's been some encroachment on your territory, and you're probably, it's kind of like, well, I don't want to snap, I don't want to hiss, I don't want to bare my teeth, but it's okay. Baring teeth, the hissing, the roaring is a communication device to avoid violence. Baring your teeth, baring your claws, hissing, however that might look in human terms, is a way to avoid violence. It's okay to say, hey, you crossed the line, back off. Or even to say, I've had enough of you, I'm leaving. So it's like when you're so, and I just got back from my vision quest. That's why we didn't have this video last week, because I was in the woods. I was naked in the woods in central Washington, just me and Spirit and the cougars and bears and rattlesnakes. Oh my. And it's like, it's amazing when we get the space we need to unwind. Society doesn't give us that space. We're constantly inundated with news. We're inundated by workers. We're inundated with expectations and deadlines and all these things that we need to do. And when that's happening, we don't have this, we need space in order to find our heart. Like I said with Black Panther, your heart is your authority. And if you can't access your heart, then you can't come from a place of power. Not power over, but inner power, inner strength to say, enough. You've gone far enough. I am going to take myself away from this situation, and I am going to recuperate. I am going to nurture my wounds and come back to the place where I can hear my own heart, and then I will engage with you when I can stand in my own power, my own leadership. And the thing is, when you do that, leadership is not about creating followers. Good leaders create more leaders. So by doing that, by claiming your leadership, by claiming your authority of your own heart, you are setting, you're becoming a role model, setting an example for other people of what it looks like to walk in your power, to walk in integrity, to walk with grace in the world, and not to, fly off the handle at every little thing coming at you. You are strong. You are woman. Hear you roar. Yeah, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You are strong. There is no need to back down. Again, apex predator. You owe no one an explanation. You owe no one an excuse to be who you are, and to do for yourself what you need to do for yourself. Like I said with Black Panther, coming from your center, coming from your heart is what's best for everybody. If you're not coming from your heart, then you're not coming for the best of everybody involved, right? And so if you need time and space to reconnect to your heart so you can come from that place of power, that is the best for everyone. Okay, my friend? I hope that makes sense. And Joe is let's see, who wants to come and hang out with Joe this week? Ah. All right, Joe, my friend. Got Lizard. You are the Lizard King. Lizard is the dreamer. Lizard is about dreaming. A lizard sits, pick out a rock, sit on a rock all day long, just bathing in the sunlight, just absorbing that heat and that love of grandfather sun, and dreaming. You're kind of like the Australian Aborigine talk about the dream time, right? Where it's like lizard is a master of the dream time, the place where all creation comes from. And so when lizard comes up, number one, it was upright. So you're doing the right, you're on the right track. It's like it's time to just bask in the sun. It's time to rest. It's time to play in your mind, play with your dreams, daydream. Dream about who you want to be when you grow up. How do you want your world to look like? What do you want your world to feel like? It's, again, okay, so this is our common theme tonight, that space in order to dream, or that space you need in order to manifest things, to spend time in the dream time, to try out different things, to play with possibilities, to, okay, if I had this, what would I do with it? And to follow that thread. And like, okay, well, that's not exactly what I want, so we can tweak it. And if I go in this direction with it, okay, that feels a lot better, and play with it in the unseen realm where the seen comes from. Then you get a lot of the, then you don't have to adjust it and tweak it after it's already manifested. I mean, there's always tweaking to be done, right? There's always something else that we desire, that we want to create. But the closer, the more you get it in the unseen before it's manifested into physical reality. The easier, the more malleable it is, the more changeable it is. And that's the sign of a master, someone who can go into the unseen, play with it, and boom, manifest it. So play right now, rest. Resting is not laziness. Resting is necessary. It's the inhale before the exhale. If you're constantly exhaling and not inhaling, you're going to die, right? You need both. Lizard is the inhale. To the creative spark to think and dream, and then you exhale it into the manifest world, right? So do not be afraid to rest. You're not being lazy. You're not procrastinating. You are taking stock and putting your energy and time into something that is just as important as the outward actions, okay? The other thing about Lizard that I feel I need to say too, okay, well, there's a couple things. Number one, what I was just saying about the laziness, you will realize that it's not laziness because, Noelle, hi! Anita, hi! You guys, I haven't seen you forever. Yay! Anyway, getting back to Joe. You will realize that you're not being just lazy. You're not just putting things off. Yeah, Amanda, a dreamer. Because Lizard, even though he's sitting still for most of the day, if something threatens, choom, he's off like a shot. He like no inertial, he doesn't need, like there's no inertia involved. He's like 0 to 60 in no time flat. You'll realize that when there's something that needs attention or something that needs to be done, boom, you're right there to do it. That's not laziness. Laziness is lethargic, you know, when you can't move. And well, and that's kind of a generalized thing too, because I don't like to pigeonhole stuff like that. Hi, Kenzie. Everybody's here tonight. Yay. So when you worry about, if you're worrying about, God, I'm just not doing anything, I'm just sitting around, sit around. I just sat in the woods for 3 days doing nothing. And the experience was amazing, life-changing. So never think, okay, and like I say too, it's like it's more important who you become. Like Sandra Ingerman says, it's not what you do, but who you become that changes the world. It's more important who you are than anything you do. So take the time to meditate. Take the time to nap. Take the time to sit and watch the sunset. That is not lazy. That is just as productive, if not more so, than running around trying to rearrange things or clean things or mow the lawn or whatever it is that you feel you need to do. The last thing about Lizard is sometimes when you start moving into the direction of your dreams, there is a bit of a sacrifice that sometimes you have to give something up temporarily to get where you're going, right? Like Lizard, if he needs to, he can drop his tail. If a bird's coming at him and grabs him, he can drop his tail, and the bird will be distracted by this tail wiggling around while Lizard is getting away, but the tail grows back. So trust your heart, trust your vision. Know that there might be something you have to give up, but it's only temporary. If it is truly of you, it will grow back. It will come back. You cannot lose anything. Okay? All righty. All right, Amanda, you are up. Let's see who Amanda has walking with her this week. Walking or flying or swimming or whatever. Ambulating, waltzing, trudging, soaring. Oh, good. I'm glad that makes sense, Joe. Yay. I love making sense. I also like making no sense, nonsense. I love nonsense. All right, Amanda. All right, Amanda. You got the whale. Got a whale of a tale to tell you lads. A whale of a tale or two. Whale is the record keeper. Whale is the one who keeps... It's in her song that she sings the history of the world. She's the one that keeps track. She is the historian. And when you think of that, I always forget the Japanese scientist who did the messages in water. It's like when you say words into water or you write words on a water bottle, it actually imprints the water. And he used to take, he would say something into water, then he would fast freeze it, take a picture of it with the crystals, and if it was a word spoken from love, it was like this beautiful, full-bodied snowflake. And if it was something from hate or separation, it looked all crinkly and icky and not complete. Oh, awesome, orcas. Yeah, orcas, you're connected to the orcas. They are so amazing. So, when whale comes up, I always recommend, if you don't journal or keep track, to start journaling. And I mention that to people and they're like, oh, like, I hate writing, I hate journaling. Whatever way, it's more than just writing it down. It's about finding your voice, finding your song. You are here in this world, and you have a natural vehicle for expression, whether it's art, dance, song, writing, arithmetic, whatever it is. It's to find that voice, find your personal song, find your personal way of expressing yourself, because your story has much to give others. You know, you have spent your life finding your bearings, finding your way, right? On the card here, it's got the picture of the star. That's actually Sirius, the dog star, which is the brightest star in the night sky. And according to myth, that is where whale originated. Whale came from Sirius. Yeah, I'm serious. And so whale always has her bearings. She always has her North Star. She always knows where home is. And so this is... through all your trials and tribulations and victories and rebels and everything that you have done in your life to get to where you are now, others need to hear that. Not as, okay, step one, you do this, step two, you do that, but as an inspiration to give other people permission to find their own voices. Like I mentioned earlier with Mountain Lion and the whole thing about leadership, stories. Stories are so invaluable. Stories are one of the most valuable things we have. I've been spending endless hours listening to Garrison Keillor lately. He's like the master storyteller of our times, I think. But your story has something to tell others, to show them ways of how to cope with the world, how to find their own courage by telling people how you found your courage. Even if it's painting or dancing or whatever, it's like, a picture is worth 1,000 words. If you paint or draw, whatever the experience, that will automatically uplift others, because that energy that you are translates into your expression. And anyone that comes in contact with whatever that expression is feels that. And if they're open to it, it opens their heart. It gives them a thread to follow, to find their own North Star, their own story. It can be a bit daunting, but when I went on my very first vision quest, White Buffalo Calf Woman came to me, and what she told me was, your path is to be shared. And I'm like, gulp. I'm like, does that mean I need to write a book? What have I experienced enough to share? And all these things. And then it came to me one day, and I started a blog, and I've been keeping a blog. It's kind of been hit and miss lately. I have every intention of starting working on my blog more regularly now. But my point is that by doing the blog, I now have somewhere between 12 and 15 years worth of posts, individual posts that I wrote as they came. I had an experience, I wrote it down, I had another experience, I made another post, and now I have this whole blog that is basically, it's like at least 3 volumes if I were to put it into book form. So it's like a slow written book. And mine are on blogspot.com. You're asking how to share. If you want to do a blog, and I do blogspot.com. I've been doing that for years and years and years. I've got 3 or 4 different blogs on there. I've got one for my comics, one for my writing, and stuff like that. So that's one way to share it. And I know there's some storytelling meetups. I know there's one in Seattle where they get together and there's a certain theme and people come and they tell their own stories. And, just that. Or you can even, what I want to do at some point is start a bardic circle, a good old-fashioned bardic circle where people can just come, they can tell their story, they can tell stories they made up, they can tell the old tales, they can sing sea shanties or whatever. But just get it out, put it on paper, put it on canvas, video, whatever it is, and then just trust for the door to open to help it to go to the world. That part you don't have to figure out. How is not your responsibility. That's the responsibility of the universe. Like Black Panther, right? Your responsibility is to do what you're doing to set the intention. This is what I want. And then the universe steps in and carries you there with all the hows and the details. All right. So I hope that suits you, Amanda. If you have any questions, you can always email me. Content's your only concern. When you're recording your life, you've got infinite content. Every day, you know, we have a tendency to look at our lives like, oh, psh, it's nothing special. But you, like Mr. Rogers says, there was only one you. There has never been anyone like you, and there never will be anyone like you in the entire universe. You are in this one short point of time and space. Your voice is valuable. The way your perspective is valuable. And by sharing our perspectives, we learn how to see things from a bigger view. And so just record how you feel day to day. Mention the things you see or the things you like. And there are a number of books. Trying to think, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there are a lot of, what's that one? The author is, I think, Christina Baldwin, and I can't remember the name of the book, but it's about journaling, you know, and there's a lot of books and stuff out there about art journals too, where you don't just have to write. It's like you can take notes and sketch and paint and do all kinds of mixed media. But just get your story told. Get it out of here, this nebulous space, onto paper. That's perfect. Get a voice recorder and just record. And if you need help, you can email me. You can message me or whatever. I would be glad to help steer you in the right direction, okay? You draw and stuff? Awesome. I'm a cartoonist, so I do a lot of my journaling is in comic form. So, and that's at, before I forget, drawing breath -comic.blogspot.com if you want to see an example of what I do with my comics and journaling through my comics. And that link will be in the description under this video when we get done. Okay? So let me know if you need any help, Amanda. I would be more than happy to help steer you in the right way. I want to hear your story. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear your perspective. All right, Rosemary, you are next. Okay, I probably need to be a little more succinct to fit everybody in tonight. Thank you again for joining me, everybody. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. This is one of the highlights of my week, and the fact that people are still showing up after 2.5 years of me doing this is pretty amazing to me. So thank you. And be sure to share. You can tag people in the comments. You can share it to someone else's wall. You can share it to your own wall. But please share the video and see how many people. I would love to be overburdened with requests on Monday nights and maybe have to do like 2 hours or something. That would be cool. Setting that dream, the lizard dreaming. All right, Rosemary. Rosemary, you got Whale's smaller cousin, Dolphin, and he came up in reverse. So my recommendation is similar to what I told Roulette with Cougar, because Dolphin is about the breath, right? Dolphin is a mammal who lives in the ocean. So he is an air breather, and so he needs this rhythmic rising to the surface for a breath and then diving into the water, rising for a breath, diving into the water. And that's like meditation. So that's what I always, when dolphin comes up, especially in reverse, I always recommend some form of meditation, some form of daily, once or twice, however it looks, whatever calls to you, tuning into spirit, right? Dolphin is the perfect example of that one saying that Dr. Wayne Dyer used to say about how you are a spirit having a human experience, not a human having a spiritual experience, right? Dolphin is a mammal who lives in the ocean. He does not naturally belong in the ocean. He is a visitor to the ocean, and so he needs air. And air, in a number of languages, air is synonymous with the word spirit. And so by rising to the surface, taking a big breath of air, a big breath of spirit, and carrying that spirit within him, dolphin is able to dive and navigate and wander through the waterways. And it's that spirit within that allows him to do that. And so, like I said, whatever way, whether it's just sitting in meditation and breathing, the breath is one thing that does differentiate us from other animals, because we are one of the only ones, if not the only one, who can regulate our breath. Other animals, it's an automatic system, and so they have to breathe at certain rates. They can't stop. And that's partially where speech comes from, because we can regulate our speech to match what we need to say. So there's a communication thing that comes along with it. And the other thing I'm going to say about dolphin is play. Everything dolphin does is play, right? When you realize you are spirit having a human experience and not the other way around, to a certain extent, everything becomes play, because what can possibly challenge you, right? I mean, there are still those challenges, and we came here to be challenged, right? That's how we learn. But as far as being overwhelmed and despair, everything else, when you realize that you're spirit, that you are beyond this world, that once you leave this world, you will be moving to the world of spirit where you are eternal. I said that earlier tonight, didn't I? And it's kind of like that, the cosmic joke, how everything from the standpoint of the divine, not that there aren't serious, horrendous, horrible things happening. That's not what I'm saying. But from a certain standpoint of spirit, it's all funny because we believe that that's all that's real. I'm always a little cautious when I say those kind of things, because I don't want someone to say, oh, I can just rape and pillage and kill all I want because it's all a game. It's all just fun and games. It's all an illusion. That is not what I'm saying, okay? We are here for a purpose. We are here to realize that divine nature through the human nature, through the physical limitations that we have in this world, all right? But when you realize that you are immortal, then it's like you always have that higher perspective to move from. It's like the ace in the sleeve kind of thing, where no matter what happens, you know you're going to be okay. You know there's a completely harmonious solution. And so there is a certain amount of playfulness that can go into everything. I hope that helps. Just play, like in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where humans thought they were superior to dolphins because they had created digital watches and civilizations and wars, and all dolphin ever did was muck about having a good time in the water. And for the very same reason, dolphin always knew themselves to be superior to humans, right? So muck about having a good time. That is just as sacred as anything else you can do. In fact, it's more sacred because from that place of joy is thanks for all the fish. Yep. You are beyond beautiful. You are beyond mortal. There is nothing that can stand against you. Okay? I hope that helps, my friend. All right, Esperanza. I'm glad you made it tonight. I hope you're still on. All right. Boom. All right, Esperanza. Yep, 42. Yay, Esperanza. So the card came up for you, Esperanza. It was Wild Boar in reverse. So you're probably going through some challenges, like big life-changing challenges. For what it's worth, know that the fact that you are going through challenges is proof that you're okay, if that makes sense at all to you. Boar is about initiation. Boar is about rites of passage, leveling up. You are in the process of facing all the fears from your past. Whether you're still quaking in your boots or not, it's like standing present, looking into the eyes of your inner demons, of your fears, and just standing there, claiming your power, because those fears have no more power than what you give them. And by standing and facing them, you're already claiming your power back from them. By facing them, you are, proclaiming the fact that you know that they are illusions, that they are not real. And I know mental challenges can be some of the most challenging challenges there are. I speak from experience. But know that you are right on time, that it's like when you're playing a video game, right? And you go all the way through a level and you face the boss of the level, right? Well, if you think of it from this perspective, the boss isn't there to just be mean and to destroy you. The boss is there as the gatekeeper. He's there to make sure you've gained all the tools you need, all the skills you need, all the wisdom you need in order to survive the next level. That's what these challenges are right now. The fact that they're coming up proves that you're greater than them. They wouldn't be coming up now if you weren't already stronger than them. Okay? And I speak from experience. I want to show you something real quick. So I went through a long period of anxiety and like 10 years or more of extreme anxiety and panic attacks, right? Every day I thought was going to be my last day on earth. I just didn't see how my body could hold out for another day, how my heart could possibly handle any more tension. And I didn't bring you my big one. I have a bigger one than this. But I learned that, you know, those big feather war bonnets that like the Plains Indians wear? I found out that every feather in one of those bonnets is a battle that individual had survived. And so I started when I was having, every time I had I had a panic attack pretty much every day, twice or three times a day. So I kind of delineated like the major panic attacks. And every time I had a panic attack, that was a battle I survived. So I gave myself a feather. Each time I survived another panic attack, I got another feather. This is a smaller version of when I was going through a particular, this is all the things that I survived going through an experience breaking up with a narcissist. These are all the feathers I gained, every little challenge, anxiety, and fear I went through as I was trying to leave that relationship that was so toxic. And so, rather than every panic attack being a pitfall to fall back into, to think, oh my God, I'm so weak, you have a visual clue as to how strong you are. And as they build up, as you get more and more, I have a bow, like a long bow, in my bedroom that I strung. And I started doing this back when I was going through my anxiety period. And I started stringing them down the string. And so this long bow is like, 5 feet tall. And I've got feathers coming down the whole length and lower than the bowstring from every panic attack that I survived. So now I walk in, especially when I'm having a hard time, when I'm having challenges, I look at that and I'm like, holy crap, look how strong I am. Look at everything I've come through. I am not giving up, So I hope that helps. But know that you are so strong. Know that these things don't happen by accident. They don't happen randomly. That you are leveling up. In so many indigenous societies, killing a wild boar is the passageway to adulthood. It's the rite of passage because boar is probably the fiercest animal on the planet. Lions and tigers will turn tail and go the other way when they see a wild boar coming down the jungle path because they don't want to tangle with them. And so the path to adulthood is to kill a wild boar because you're not guaranteed to survive it. But I promise you, you will survive this. This is not beyond you. It's more the mental challenges, the thoughts, oh my God, I can't do this. Oh my God, it's going to kill me. Those are the thoughts that you are challenging to say, screw that. I am not giving up. I have been through worse. I know I am not my thoughts. I know I am not my feelings. I know I am not my body. I have thoughts. I have feelings. I have a body. I am that which activates the body. I am beyond this world. And no thoughts or feelings or aches and pains can ever threaten who I am. Okay? And I'm always here if you need me, my friend. If there's something I can do to help, if you want another reading, or I think we were talking about soul retrieval not too long ago, let me know. Okay? So, blessings to you, my friend. I send you, I see you. I see your strength, and I know your struggle, and I see how much stronger you are than anything that stands before you. I totally, honestly see that, okay? I love you. All right. All right, one last card for Valerie. Woohoo! I promise I won't sing the song, Valerie. At least that song. There's a little girl I knew, made me feel so good, and I wouldn't live without her even if I could. They call her Valerie. That's not the song I promised not to sing, but you're the one who was wearing the monkey shirt today. So anyway, for those who don't know, Valerie is my fiance. So that's why I can joke about that stuff. All right, a card literally jumped out. Swan in reverse. Again, reverse is not bad. In fact, okay, what just came to me. So picture you've got Swan here, and she's upside down because maybe this is the reflection in the water, and you're up here looking at your reflection, wishing, God, I wish I could be that, when you're already that. You're casting that reflection in the water, but not realizing that's who you already are. That just came to me as I was holding it. And Swan is grace. Swan is surrender. Surrendering, trusting the universe that there is a plan, trusting the universe that you do have a destiny, that there is something that you came here to accomplish, and that you can trust the path as it unfolds in front of you. It goes back to that Einstein saying about your greatest decision is whether you live in a friendly universe or a hostile one. If you, in fact, live in a friendly universe like I do, then everything that happens, everything that appears, everything that you see or do has meaning, and it is there to support you in your mission, in your destiny. The universe isn't going to give you the desire for something, the passion for something, and then pull the rug out from under your feet and say, psych! There might be little tests like that just to garner your determination, your dedication, opportunity to say, well, do I really want to do that? But when you have that path laid out in front of you, when there are things that are so close that you can taste them, the universe is not going to say, oops, sorry, nope, or get it yourself. The universe is going to provide every chance, every opportunity for you to get there because you're already there. It's just a matter of realizing your own strength, your own beauty, your own effect on the world and how people are inspired. I mean, who isn't inspired to see a swan? I don't know anyone who sees a swan who's like, ew, right? People see you and you have no idea how much they look up to you, how much, and hear this, how much they wish they could be like you. And it's not about anything physical. It's about attitude. It's about love. It's about expression of that love, expression of that attitude. And allowing yourself the grace to keep stepping forward, to be able to see yourself through the eyes of divinity to your true strength and your true beauty. Because you're looking in the water, God, I wish I could be like that. Oh, if only I could do this, or only that would change, then I could be who I'm supposed to be. You're already that. You just have to believe in yourself. Allow yourself the grace to believe in your own divinity. Okay, love? I love you. So, that is our night. Woohoo! So thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for stepping up and getting readings. I appreciate what you're watching my videos. If you enjoy this and you're not satisfied with just a single card, know that you can always set up a session with me for a whole session, half hour, hour long reading with at least 5 cards. And when you have more cards, the cards kind of tell a story between themselves. They play back and forth. They accentuate certain things in other cards, etc. And it is really worthwhile. And I know it's a little early, but the holidays are coming up, and I do offer gift certificates. If you would like to give someone a reading or a shamanic healing or something like that, for Christmas or birthdays or whatever, I do those too. And you can connect with me, of course, on my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. And there's basically a button on every single page, I think, where you can schedule a session with me, or you can email me and ask me about the gift certificates, setting one of those up, all kinds of things, and you can look at my website and see what other shamanic services I offer, what might resonate, healings and readings and teachings. Oh my, I've got some classes I'm going to start ramping up coming up. I'm considering good night, Kenzie, sweet dreams. Namaste, Amanda, good to see you. Yeah, and I'm thinking about, I'm not committed to it yet, but I'm thinking about starting another year-long shamanic course. If that's something you're interested in, let me know, and I will put you on a list. And if there's enough interest and my guides give me the green light, then maybe we'll do it. So thank you so much for watching. What else? Oh, and if you are so moved, if your heart wants to do something else, then I gratefully accept donations. My PayPal is in the description under this video, or it will be once I share it to my Facebook page and stuff. And so if you wanted to give a donation to me to help support me in my work, support my ability to be able to do these videos every week and bring them to you, I am more than grateful. I thank you for that. There was one other thing. I don't know. Okay, I guess we'll leave it at that. So, yeah. Oh, got it. So like I just said, I will share this video to my Facebook page where you can watch it again and again. I'm also going to upload it to my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel. So I encourage you to check out my YouTube channel as well, subscribe, and you can watch like 2.5 years worth of these videos with the Monday mini medicine card readings. There's 2.5 years worth of videos of the sacred pipe ceremonies that I do every Wednesday night. And like my videos to help me get up in the standings or whatever, get me known to more people or whatever. So Anyway, I think that is it. So thank you again so much. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bring your friends, invite your friends, share the video. I thank you so much for that. Until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everybody. See you soon. Go shining. Bye.